Thank you. It is great to be here in Vandalia. I was born here. I grew up close by here in St. Elmo, so it's great to see folks, including the St. Elmo superintendent, who's also here, Deborah and Philpott, and Rich Wells. Thank you for hosting this. And I remember. Because I grew up here and because my folks lived by here until just they recently passed away a few years ago, I've been here a lot and down to Southern Illinois a lot. And so I know, because I grew up here, my parents are from here, I know that the values of the communities that are represented here today from Central and Southern Illinois, but also beyond, are the same values that we have in Chicago. We all care about our children. We all. That's what unites us. What unites us is that we want every single child, no matter where they live, to have the same bright future, to have the same opportunity. But in recent years, with cut after cut after cut to schools throughout this state, as you've heard the stories today, those opportunities for children who live in some parts of the state are growing less and less bright. Other districts, wealthy districts that already have enough resources, receive more and more under a broken funding system. Governor Rauner is from one of those communities. He's from Wilmette. They've received increases in funding every year, including last year and this year, even though they're a very wealthy district and serve very few children in poverty. But you've heard the stories here today from small towns in Southern Illinois and Central Illinois, from urban areas like Peoria and Rockford, and also Chicago, that serve large numbers of low-income communities that have been struggling, especially since the Great Recession, and they're losing dollars. And we have to change that. Now, Governor Rauner is entitled to his own opinion, but he's not entitled to his own facts. And he is trying to divide this state along geographic lines and along racial lines. And that is ugly, and it is wrong. Now, in terms of... So I wanted Advance Illinois, which has been a leader in funding reform throughout the state, has put facts together, and they were ratified today in the Illinois Politico, and they point out that under the funding bill for greater equity that's advanced through the House and may hopefully advance through the Senate today, the top 10 biggest per pupil gains range from far south Cairo to the metro east area of Venice and Fairmont to Collier counties and Dalton and suburban Cook. The top 50 per pupil increases go to downstate urban districts like Decatur and Peoria, rural districts like Mount Vernon and Centralia, and suburban districts like Yorkville and Proviso. The top 50 names on that list do not include the word Chicago. The bills that are advancing that we need our legislators to support as part of an ongoing effort for funding reform must be passed and signed into law, because our school districts can take no more cutting. This is not what a great state does. A great state invests in its future. A great state invests in its children. A great state says every child should have the same equal shot, the same opportunities in life as every other child. And so the mission here today is to fight for a system that delivers that. And we are here in Vandalia not by accident. We are here because we are in deep Southern Illinois for a reason. We're not in Springfield. We're not in Chicago. We're not on some university campus. We are in the heartland of Illinois. We are where the people are dealing and trying to do the very best that they can to provide a good education for their kids despite the failures of the state. And here we are where Abraham Lincoln served in the legislature. And were he still in the legislature today, he would be horrified. But he would want us to be here today and fighting for his legacy and for Illinois' legacy, which is equality for every child, equality in funding, fair funding, and equal opportunity for all. So let's get it done. Thank you, everybody.